Who's here? Come on down. Let's have some fun. As soon as I see someone, there we go. Hello, hello. Hello, Jackie. And there's Cynthia. Hello. Who else is here? Eileen's in the house. Hi, Eileen. Martha, hello. Good afternoon. Boy, it's a slow, there we go. Evie is here. Carla's here. So's my girl Joanne. Eileen is here. Oh, you're so excited for your sprint on Monday? I am too. Happy Saturday to you, Jane. We're gonna help you, Eileen. Just stay in the group. This is how it all works. Hi, Angie. Good to see you. And there's Betsy. Oh, it looks like you have a new picture, Betsy. Am I seeing things? Looks cute. New avatar. You know, we have to do that sometimes. Just change it up. Who else is here? Wow, it just seems to be kind of a slow Saturday, huh? Anyway, that's fine. Walking in very slowly. Well, good Saturday morning to everybody. Hi, Susan. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for popping by. Today it's Soulful Saturday, and we're going to talk about things that just kind of hit us right in that spot. You know what I'm saying? There's Paula. She said it's 10 a.m. and 91 degrees. Going to be 113. Where do you live? That's hot. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Pinkies up. She's already got her pinkies up, y'all. She has got them up. So today we're going to be talking about being held back versus bouncing back. How do you like that? How do you like that? That's what I want to talk about today, because things I've been thinking about, you know, it comes up, stuff comes up. And if you are a journal keeper like I am, you find these things. You find stuff, little nuggets of things that you think about or you're reading about or whatever. And I just think it's really important to keep documenting these parts of your life, because they start to make sense and they start to direct you on a path that's going to help you with the things that you really want to have. I think that's just absolutely critical. You know, we could fill a journal full of complaints if we want. We could. Or we could fill a journal full of gratitude and appreciation for all the goodness and wonderful things that we have. Goodness and mercy from God himself. This is what he tells us. Goodness and mercy will follow you for the rest of your life. This is such good stuff. And one of the things that I have written in my book, in my journal, is about just the secret of how we are, the secret of redemption is the secret of how God views us, I think. And the secret is that he views us all as fearfully and wonderfully made. And if that's how he's viewing us, then how redemptive is that? And you look through the Bible, you get all kinds of stories about redemption over and over and over and over again. That is the whole story. That is the whole idea, that you're never so lost that you are going to be held back and can't bounce back. We're always in this place, if you will, of being in this place of redeeming whatever it is that needs redeeming. Sometimes we need redeeming in our time. Sometimes we need redeeming in our attitudes. Sometimes we need redeeming, all across the board. There's always an opportunity for us to see the places, to see the holes and fill them. There's Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. But we're talking today about being held back. And I'm also talking today about the fact that whatever we think we're held back, we can always bounce back. We are not being held captive by anyone. We're not being held hostage by anyone at any point. We can change this up. And this is critical. I've worked through a lot of this stuff myself over the years. And what I have noticed, though, is emotionally, when I hit this place of like emotional despair, or just where I feel like things are out of control and I don't quite know how to handle them, you know, you have to give it up. You have to give up that emotional garbage and give it to somebody bigger than you. And you know what I'm talking about. I've had this happen to me over long periods in my life, and just different times where I can go, yes, I remember this. Yes, I remember that. Yes, I remember this. And I know that those things that I'm remembering, those things that I am seeing, that emotional stuff that I'm feeling, it comes from old stuff. It's stirring the pot from old stuff, but it doesn't have to hold you back. You can feel the feelings, but the feelings don't have to direct the path. They don't have to hold you back from the life you want to lead. What do you think of that? Isn't that just so freeing? Marguerite, I'm glad you're here. Hello, Teresa. Good to see you. When we're held back, a lot of times what we're being held back with is our own attitude. Our own attitude is the thing that takes us there. I'm going to talk about this and unpack this whole thing for you because I really believe this is a humongous needle mover in our lives. Big time. And I love this stuff because this really applies to when we get into doing the sprint. Because I think doing the sprint kind of shows us where we are. It kind of lays us bare, doesn't it? We feel all kinds of things. We are looking for all kinds of stuff. We have expectations that are everywhere. But you like my hair today. This is curly. This is just coming right out of the ponytail holder, guys. So thank you very much. And I'm going to talk about the sprint. And I do want you on the sprint. If you're not in the sprint, I want you to do this simply because I want you to experience this journey. It's 7 days. It's free. Go to savingdinner.com/sprint and pick up your guide. Pick up your guide. Also, we've got cooking camp this week too. We've got it on a great introductory, I should say a reintroductory price. We put it back together again and brought it out. It's 5 years old, but I mean, we're talking timeless principles here. And I will teach you how to cook from A to Z, soup to nuts, whatever you want to say. And you know, I've had actual emails saying, would this be good to teach your kids? Absolutely. Not only would it be great to teach your kids, but let's just say this. If you're a homeschool mama, it can count. You know, this is homeschool. This is homeschooling right here. This is, you know, home ec. Teaching your kids to cook is one of the most important things. And if you don't know how to cook, you do it too. Come on. You know, don't be held back. Do you want to be zapping Hot Pockets for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. It's time for us to grow up and stand up and be the women that we're supposed to be. You know, that means we have skills. Skills are good. Skills are good. This is not, I'm not bashing anyone. I'm saying that this is something that it can be done. It's simple to do. And I take you through 17 lessons, videos, worksheets, everything. And when I say videos, I'm talking 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes at the max to show you, to demonstrate, to give it to you. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to know how to cook? Everybody should want to know how to cook. We also have Full Bloom coming. That is going to be Saturday, September 26th. And go to savingdinner.com/bloom to find out more. And I'll tell you, this is, you know, if you like my videos that I do on a daily basis, you're going to love this Full Bloom workshop because it's about pulling all the things together and making your life that much more yummy. Can we say that? It's about finding that vibrancy. It's about the discovery process of what you're going to see in yourself. And we're doing that for a whole day, virtual conference. This was supposed to be in person, guys. It was supposed to be in person, but you know, we're still pandemicking, if that's a word, if that's a verb. We're still in the throes of it. And like I said, if I won't get on a plane, I don't expect you to. I also don't want to socially distance. I also don't want to be wearing masks because when I meet you, I'm going to hug you. Okay? We can't do that right now. So we, in lieu of just canceling the whole thing, I said, I'll still do it. Let's do it Saturday on a virtual thing. And our virtual conferences are fun. If you've ever been there, we did it last April. Marla and I have done a few of them. They're just a blast. This whole day will fly by. So try it out. Good, Carla's already signed up. That's fantastic. She loves our all-day conferences. They're fantastic. It gives you so much stuff to do. And afterwards, if you're smart, the next day, you know what you do? You just open up your journal, all those notes, and you start implementing all the things. Man. So savingdinner.com/bloom. And then Marla and I, of course, are doing our cruise. We're doing the cruising through the holidays. That's going to be a big deal. Now, I want you to understand, yes, we have plenty of time to get signed up. But get signed up early. Get this off your list and do it. Okay? We are doing this on October 10th, savingdinner.com/cruise. Now, Marla's had this for years, and it's brilliant. Her whole thing has been, and you know, Marla and I have been friends for 20 years, so I know what she does. I know her methodologies. I understand how all these work. Plus, we're great friends. You know, we have been forever. And I've seen all of this stuff. I've seen all of these things. I've experienced and done these methodologies. And her whole idea for cruising through the holidays is to make it so that you're leaving on a trip. You pretend you're leaving on a trip. You're going to go on this big old long 3-week cruise, and you got to get everything done, because as soon as you get back, here are the holidays. It's a brilliant analogy. It's a brilliant metaphor, I should say, of the way to do your holidays. And we're going to set you up completely, 100%, soup to nuts, once again, on how to do this. It's going to be an all-day workshop. It's going to be fun. savingdinner.com/cruise. Plus, what do you take out? You got to take a look at that swag bag. It's worth a couple $100, and we'll get you all the way through. So, I mean, even if you just signed up for the swag bag, that's a smart move. Do you know we have a new quote this week? Did you know that? I love this one, by the way. Do you guys write these down? Nancy's ready for the cruise. I hope you write these down, because this is food for thought. We should be thinking about things on a regular basis as we're trying to get our little place on the starting block, or as we're running our race, whatever you want to do. I'm fishing for a metaphor that's not working. You know, this is food for thought. It plants a seed. It makes you think. Thinking things through. Instead of knee-jerking your way through life and just being that person, nobody wants to be around that, by the way. Instead of doing that, you thinking your way through, that's what these quotes are for. These quotes are to plant those seeds. Here you go. This one's great. No one has ever drowned in sweat. This is a Lou Holtz quote. No one's ever drowned in sweat. And I can prove it to you, because I have been on that Peloton bike now 4 times, I believe. And let me just tell you, I did not drown in my own sweat. What I did find, though, is my persistency and my consistency on doing that. When I was done, there were times where I felt like, oh man, I just can't do this. And when I was done, the feeling that I had, the accomplishment that I had, was just really great. And I think we should all be in that place of looking for the accomplishments, not shying away from, you know, the hard stuff, but instead embracing it. This is pretty much what we're talking about today, because you will not drown in your own sweat. I promise you. It's where you are worth the effort. You are worth the effort. You got that? Put that in your journal like Betsy does, and focus on it all week. All right, our glycozyme is our supplement of the week. Good stuff. You put 3 in your cart, we're going to give you a 4th free. If you put ships free, I will ship it to you free, as long as you live here in the United States. Massive, screaming deal. Grab it. We've got 8 different enzymes working on your behalf to help you with a better digestion and get better control of your sugar, you know, blood sugar control. Let me just say this. If you have any weight loss resistance, if you say, I can't lose weight, it's so hard, it's this, that, and the other thing, I can tell you right now, this will make a difference. The stuff is incredible. It's got bitter melon and cinnamon in it, which really, all of this is based on the latest research. You can go find it in PubMed if you want. Makes a big diff. And, by the way, do you know how many of these went out this week? So many. We're almost done with them. We've got a new mug coming. If you've been watching my show, you know that I did a sneak preview. I'll show it to you maybe next week when we're almost done with these cups. I love it. What am I drinking? Get asked that all the time. This is hot milk mix. It's an electrolyte mix, and it's delicious. And this is how I break my fast every single day. So where you are right now is where you are right now. We all have a starting place, right? Have you ever been on the starting block? Who's here has run a race before? I've done a 5K before. Boy, that was miserable, but it was on my goal list. I was like 50 when I did it. It was on my goal list to run a race, and I didn't set the bar high. I just wanted a 5K, simply because I hated running so much. I just wanted to be able to complete a race. I didn't want to do a marathon or a half marathon or a 10K or any of that. I just wanted to say I started a race and I completed it. It was a hard thing for me, and I did it. I didn't allow the hatred that I had in my heart for running to hold me back. That doesn't mean that I became a runner. That just means that I just checked the box and got away from it. Evie's asking, do you need to sip the hot melt mix? No. Oh, look at Jane. She's done 7 marathons. Wow. So Paula's been on the starting blocks. We're all on starting blocks, right? We get on the starting block on Monday for the sprint. This is an opportunity to exercise the I can do hard things time, right? You don't have to be held back anymore. You don't have to be held back with all the machinations and stuff that's going on in your head. We just need to kind of dissect it a little bit, break it down, and understand that at any point we can bounce back. Bounce back. Have you noticed that heaviness that you feel when, things just aren't right inside and you think something's, somebody thinking bad about you, or they're assuming something, or there's an emotional, going on, or a breakdown in communication with your spouse, or whatever it is. Have you ever felt that? Just that icky, heavy feeling? Well, sometimes we do that to ourselves without it being about somebody else. It's just about us. And we have all these notions that, my goodness, we're just held back. We can't do that. I've never been able to do that before. I'm too old. I have all these problems. I can't do it. Well, if you're held back, oftentimes, usually it's an attitude. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that your attitude will hold you back? Because you believe that you can't do it. You have an Eeyore mentality about the world, very pessimistic. This glass to me is half full, or is it half empty to you? That old analogy, and it's a long drawn out thing, but it is always about your perspective and how you view the world. It always is. And your attitude about yourself is also about that. And a lot of times our attitudes about ourselves are all based on old stuff. It's based on an expectation that we have in ourselves. Well, I can't do it. My expectation for myself is that I can't do it. My expectation for myself is that it's too hard. My expectation for myself is I'm just going to blow it anyway, so why bother? That's a sad expectation. That's a sad group of expectations. Do we really want that? If that's the thing that we want, we need to tackle that, because it's never, ever, ever going to serve us. It is going to hold us back. It's as if you've been, a cop knocks on your door, arrests you, and puts handcuffs on you. That's how hard that is. That's how hard it is. And what you say and throw out into the world is what you're going to attract in. So Sonia right here, she's saying, I'm having a hard time bouncing back mentally after losing my job in August. It's difficult to find another one with so many, I can't read the rest of it. You can say that, or you can say, it might be difficult that I lost my job, but I also know that I have everything that I need, that another employer would be very great, would love to have. We have to keep readjusting the lens in which we see things. We have to, because seeing things through the scarcity lens, seeing things through is that there's not enough, I'm never going to have, it's for everyone else, and because of this and because of that, I can't have what I want, is never going to get us what we want. So Sonia, this is for you, honey. I want you to really listen to what I have to say today, because I want you to see yourself through a different lens, okay? There's a lot of people out there who have lost jobs. There's a lot of people out there who've, they're questioning everything. They're questioning everything. This pandemic has all put us on edge. It's made us wonder about, our immune systems, the world, the politics behind all of it, the crazy making that's going on, the arguing that's on social media about what's what and who has what perspective, and it's insanity. I've opted out from all of it, by the way. I've opted out from all of it because where your energy goes, that's where your focus goes, that's where your energy goes. And where your energy goes, that's what you're going to get. Do I need to mix it up with all these people and get crazy? Absolutely not. Back away. You know what I have instead? I've got help right here. I've got stuff that will lift you up. I've got stuff that will lift myself up. Why would I want to go to that low brow place? I don't. I've opted out. It's been hard. I have to shut it up sometimes, and I do have opinions, don't we all? But I don't want that kind of energy in my place. You know what the energy that I want? I want uplifting energy. I want a focus that says, I can do that. I want a focus that says, isn't the world lovely? I want a focus that says, look at my beautiful community. How can I help these lovely ladies? How can I make your life better? A rising tide lifts all boats. No one is exempt. No one is exempt, Sonia. No one. So we're going to rise together. Amen? Pinkies up, sisters. This is important stuff. We rise together as a community. We see things through the lens of abundance. I want you to know there is an abundant God out there who loves you. He's never going to say, oh, you're not, everybody's going to get something, but not you. Not you. You're exempt. I'm taking everything away. I'm going to make sure that you live in scarcity. That's not the way it works. That is not the way it works. What you look for, you find evidence for. Have you noticed that? My expectation right now is that I'm going to have this certain house I've told you about before. That's my expectation. And I'm going to tell you what, why not? Do you think, is it too much? Is it too this? Is it too that? I really don't care. Even if you disagree with me, that's fine. But that's your thing. My thing is this, is that I will have and be all that I need to be because I have been called by God, just like you have, to do the very best that I can with everything that He's given me. My expectation then is on the abundance that He is the holder of. Okay? And I'm not giving you a bunch of, prosperity gospel business right here. I'm just telling you that there is a God who loves you and holds you tight and will say to you, what do you need, my daughter? Do you expect that? I do. I expect that daily from Him. I expect that daily from Him. I lift my heart to Him absolutely every day, and I ask for those things that are on my heart. And I don't see that as being a wrong thing. You don't have, you have because you don't have because you don't ask. So what do we need to ask for? We need to ask for the ways that how can we be more abundantly minded? We can be more abundantly minded by expecting that He's going to take us to the place that we need to go. We can go to those places by simply being in expectation. It's coming. I know it's coming. You know why I know it's coming? Because God loves me. I am fearfully, back to the whole redemption thing, fearfully and wonderfully made. That's enough. Why? For a purpose, for a mission, to do good, to help others. And that's you too. We're all these people. That's how we're created. Isn't it a beautiful thing? I love that part. I look at that and it gives me tears of joy because it's just, that is the lifting. But think about that. Meditate on that. How incredible is it that you're loved that much? That He knows every hair on your head, that He has numbered them. Everything. No one's left behind. No one's dismissed. No one's saying, oh, you're just not good enough. It's all for everyone. It is a big honkin' buffet. It is. And you get to come along into that buffet room and just choose what you want, you know? Choose what you want. It's all in the Bible. Go read it up. Go read. It's there. And maybe, God help us all, maybe have a chip on your shoulder. You know, we've all had stuff that was just awful happen in our lives, right? Unfair. But you know what? My mother, who was a part of AA, she used to say, the only fair is at the state fairgrounds. I don't know, that was an AA thing or whatever. There is no such thing as fair. Unfair happens all the time. A baby bird falls out of a nest. That's unfair. Things happen all the time. My girlfriend had her 12-year-old daughter fall into her arms walking across the room and died in her arms. Why? She had a congenital heart thing that they never knew about. That is so unfair. But it happened. It happened. Things happen all the time that's unfair and awful. But where we go from there is that we rise up. We do. And we surround ourselves with people who are on the same path, that are on the same lake, that same boat, rising tides. At any moment, that can be our choice. Or we can have the big chip on our shoulder and walk around and just... Have you noticed how lowbrow that is? Have you ever noticed how awful it is, how it makes you feel when that's the thing you're concentrating on? Chip on your shoulder, well, comparison, all this expectation. Well, she has it, I don't. Well, it's unfair. This is awful. Where does your energy go with that? Versus where your energy goes when you are concentrating on the abundance that is in God's hand and it is open to you. It's open to you. It's open to me. He doesn't say to you, oh, no, you're not going to get any. He doesn't do that. That's not the way he rolls. He's an abundant, loving God, and he's not going to cut you off and say, you. Nope, not you. I mean, come on. What kind of a God is that? So when we focus on the wrong stuff, we're going to get the wrong stuff. When we focus on the lack and the scarcity and everything else that's out there, and we start saying, well, there's just no job for me, there's no nothing because of this and because of that, you're going to find that. I can't do this sprint. It's too hard. I don't have the willpower. I don't have the whatever. Well, she has all day to prepare. Well, she can do this. I can't do this. Blah, blah, blah. When we do that, we put ourselves into our own self-made jail cell. And we take that key and we voluntarily turn it and lock ourselves up. We lock ourselves up with no possibilities, with no opportunity to make any shifts. But when we're looking and we're expecting and we're seeing and we're knowing that all this abundance that I'm talking about is available to us because God said so himself, and it's there. And what we look for and what we find is what we're attracted to. That's it. Anna's right. Yes, humans have limiting beliefs. Our limiting beliefs, we need to recognize and we need to understand that we can flip it at any time. Flip it. Because if a limiting belief is there, holding you back, it's not giving you what you want out of your life. And you end up frustrated, you end up quitting on yourself, and you end up in a place of just absolute desperation. Low energy, looking for all the wrong things, and feeling bad all the time. That's depressing. That is depressing. So ask yourself why. Why am I afraid to look at things from a different perspective? Is it the fear of change? Is it the fear of the unknown? Why can't I look at things a little bit differently? Why can't I recognize when I see that I'm doing things always the same way and I'm getting all the same results back, but I keep on that? Well, my whole thing is, and you've heard me say this before, we have to have a 30-foot view of what the heck is going on. So if we're in this place of holding ourselves back by saying, there are no jobs out there, I promise you that's what's going to show up. No jobs. But if you're in the place of saying, I'm not finding a job that I need right now, but I know that there are so many things that I can do, and that maybe you know, maybe I can't find this one thing, but what I can find is this. Maybe if I open myself up, and Jan was just saying it earlier, network, network, network. Absolutely. Go find places on Facebook. What are the things that you can do right now? Ask yourself that. And build your confidence by declaring who you are. Build your confidence by declaring who you are. You know, and I'll tell you what, if you can't muster it for yourself, I'm going to give it to you right now. You can and you will if you'll do. You can write that down. You can and you will if you'll do. Write on a paper all the things that you are capable of. And you've done hard things, my friend. You have all done hard things. All the time that you have done the hard things, think about it. Think about what was it that got you through that hard thing? What was it that you focused on in order to get back the thing that you needed? You know, I always think about labor and delivery. That was a hard thing. But at the end, what did I focus on? I focused on the thing that I was going to get at the end of this was a baby. You know, worth it. So worth it. Sonia said, I like that. I like that too, Sonia. And I want you to focus on that because you can do hard things. You can get what you want. Focus on what it is that you want. Be flexible. Open the doors of abundance in your own heart, right? Open the doors. Who here has an open heart to the abundance? Doesn't that feel good? How do you feel? How do you feel when you focus on the things that are wonderful? How does it make you feel? Versus how does it make you feel when you're focused on all the negativity? I think we need to start focusing on how we feel because how we feel keeps us focused and going in the direction of all those good things. Oh, those good things. They're all out there. So I want you to remember something, and this is big. This is your rightful path on being on this abundance quest. It's your rightful path. And again, I'm not talking about just like asking God to shower money down from heaven. I'm saying your abundance path, an abundant heart, abundant love, abundant empathy, abundant care, abundant networking, abundant jobs, abundant opportunities. It's all there when you look for it. That's what you will bring back in. This is an automatic. This is not some new age weirdo stuff that I'm talking about. This is exactly how it happens. It's your reticular activating system. It's in your brain. Your brain seeks out those things that you've put in the forefront of your mind of what it is that you want. You've seen this before. When you said that, I'm going to get a blue Toyota Prius. And then suddenly on the road, all you see are blue Toyota Priuses. Is that because they weren't there before? No. It's because you weren't turned on to that. You turn on a different frequency. You just readjust your radio. You get a clear frequency. That's what it is. What you focus on is what you're going to bring in. Period. So, this is where we're going. I want you to see yourself, by the way, right now, today, 1 year from today. What is that going to look like? What are you going to look like? How's your heart going to be? What's going to be different? My hope is what's going to be different is that I'm going to be talking to you right now today and saying, I cannot wait to have you all here at my house where we're celebrating and having our full bloom event. And I'm hugging each one of you. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on seeing you all with feeling better. I'm focusing on next week and seeing you all through this 7-day process where you're going to buck the system of what you normally did and embrace instead the things that you want. That's what I'm focused on because I believe in you. I do. I believe in you because I have seen over and over and over again that you get exactly what it is that you focus on. I've seen this thousands of times, and I'm going to see it again. So I want you to understand, this is your rightful path. This is your journey, and it can be a beautiful, wonderful, joyful discovery if that's what you choose to focus on. Got it? How fun is that? Do you like that better than focusing on the things that are just awful? What do you want? What do you want? I know what I want. I'm really clear on that. And I'm going to surround myself and surround my community with as much love and as much positivity and as much everything as I can give you. I'm going to see you through. I'm going to support you and encourage you any way I can. That's my heart to you. And you know what? You guys have done this back for me, and the appreciation that I have for you, I cannot even put into words. You know, it goes both ways. And this is why we have the delicious, wonderful, vibrant community that we have, is because of this. So embrace that. Be a part of that. And let's just say this, for 7 days, boom, all the way. Right now, get ready and start on Monday and expect that everything is going to go well. Expect that your sisters are going to have your back. Expect there might be some times, there might be some obstacles. There might be some times when you're, going, oh gosh, what do I do? But this is what I can tell you. If you can set your sails, you can grab the wind. And if you can grab the wind, you can get that boat out on the lake and get going. This is the truth. And it will be constantly changing and shifting winds, and you're going to have to move your sail along with it. Are you willing to do that? I think you are. I do. I really believe you are. So Monday we start the sprint, and I want to see you all in there 100%. 100% pinkies up. Let's do this. Let's become the women that we've always wanted to be, right? We're not faking it here. What we're doing is we're putting ourselves out there, and we are putting some effort behind it. That's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Set your sails. Find the wind. Let's go. Peace, loves. I appreciate all of you. And if you have any questions at all, always reach out to me. Share this video. Share what you're doing. Don't just share this video and say, here you go. But share this video. Say a little something. Tell them why. You're here for a reason. Bring other like-minded women in with you. And let's lift them all up together. What do you say? I love this. Peace be with you. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.